What's up, friend? Welcome back to my channel for content creators and entrepreneurs. I'm Shauna Yurko, and in this video, I'm gonna walk you through my full filmmaking setup for 2023. Maybe you're thinking of leveling up from that vlogging camera you have, or maybe you're tuning in because you just want to see what I shoot my videos with. Either way, let's jump in and check out my video setup that I use for my YouTube videos and that I also bring with me on my client video shoots. First, let's talk camera bodies. I shoot all my videos on Sony a7 camera bodies. Camera 1 is the Sony a7 III. This camera shoots slow motion footage at 120 FPS. And if you don't know what that means, it just means that I can film buttery smooth slow motion footage that stops the scroll and makes shots feel either super epic or super glamorous. This camera body is my preferred one because it performs really great in low light conditions, especially on video, and I just feel like the color is slightly better than the a7R III. But the a7R III is my second camera body, and the footage matches the a7 III camera extremely well, so it's a great second camera to have with me on my shoots, especially if I'm shooting for a client. The a7R III also shoots 120 frames per second, but it doesn't do as well in low light as my camera 1 does, but it is better for photos. So those are my two camera bodies. Let's talk lenses. My favorite lens for YouTube is the Sony G Master 24-70. This lens is awesome for direct-to-camera shoots because it allows a nice shallow depth of field. That means the background can be rolled out of focus. And plus, it's a zoom lens, and I love that you can zoom in and out and don't have to physically move closer or farther away to get the shot. The next lens that I love is the Tamron 17 to 28 millimeter lens. This lens is awesome for shooting B-roll in tight spaces. I don't love using this for direct-to-camera shoots unless I'm vlogging or my subject or myself is going to be standing smack in the center of the screen. Because when you're shooting with a wide angle, you can get really bad distortion if the subject moves to one side or the other. The next lens that I always pack in my camera bag is my Sony 85 millimeter. The color in this lens is fantastic, and it has an even shallower depth of field than the G Master does, so that means it feels even more epic or even more glamorous. This is also the lens that I use if I'm shooting portrait photos or product photos because it makes images come out so freaking beautiful. That's it for the lenses I love. My husband would want me to tell you that I love the 70 to 200 zoom lens, but honestly it's too bulky for me to use when I'm shooting YouTube videos. Love it for photos though. So the other things I would pack in my camera bag if I was going out on a shoot are memory cards, hard drive, batteries and battery charger, lens cleaning cloths, and this puff puff. I don't know what it's really called, but I call it the puff puff. And that's it for the camera bag. Love this bag, by the way. Brevite was awesome enough to send this over to me, and I've included a link for you to get this bag in the description below, along with all the other gear links. Let's talk about this other gear that I would bring to a shoot. First up is my teleprompter glass from Glide Gear. This thing is awesome. I use my Manfrotto tripod to set it up on, but the way that this prompter glass works is that you put the camera right here inside the prompter and pull the fabric tight to keep out any light. And then you put your phone on the little slide out shelf here, and the teleprompter app displays your script for you. This is how I make videos fast for my YouTube channel, and fast with my clients. The light that I use is called the Aperture 300D. Now, when I shoot my own YouTube videos, I keep this baby at like 17%. So technically, I could use its smaller counterpart, the 120D. But because I shoot product footage and because I shoot in big studio spaces, the power of the 300D comes in handy. If you wanted to use a light like this, you will need a C-stand to hold it up. And then you also need a source of diffusion. Diffusion takes your light from looking super harsh to looking really soft and beautiful. I use the Aperture Light Dome 2. The other two lights that I'll occasionally use are my ring light and this tube light here. The ring light makes for a good fill light, and the tube light is great for throwing some color on the background. I'm actually using it in this YouTube video here. Next, you need to look at audio. I use the Rode Video Mic Pro, and I attach it to a super cheap Amazon Basics mic stand. I also have a long auxiliary cord that connects the mic to the camera so that the mic can be positioned as close to my face as possible. The last but certainly not least important piece of gear that I use to film my video content is my Ronin S. This is my Steadicam that allows me to shoot stable, moving footage that feels high-end and classy. Love the Steadicam. It is kind of hard to learn, but once you get it, you really get it. And that, my friend, is my filmmaking setup that I use for my own YouTube videos and for my client videos. If you like this video, hit those like and subscribe buttons and the bell so you don't miss a single video. And if you want to learn more about video or social media, check out these videos here. I'll catch you in the next video, my friend.